You had it rough growing up. Oh well, what you gonna do about it? What are you going to do? Because at the end of the day, whatever you might have gone through, yes, it might have affected you, it might have changed you, it made you to the person you are today. But you dwelling on that, you allowing that to dictate your future actions is the reason why you're not where you want to be at. Stop putting the blame on things that you can't control. Stop putting the blame on other people. Stop putting the blame on, you know, things that's uncontrollable, things that's in the past. The past is the past. You cannot change that. But what you can change is the present. What you can't change is your future. What you do right now, your actions today will be a product tomorrow. That being said, let's pop YouTube up into another video. And today I really want to just talk about that exactly right there, because I feel like a lot of the reason why, people aren't where they want to be at is because they let their past affect them. They let their past weigh them down. And even if it's out of their control, they like to hold grudges and hold on to things like that ultimately has nothing to do with what they have going on right now. You can I can say, okay, yeah, I was neglected as a kid. My parents didn't love me. Now I had both my parents in my life. I mean, that quick disclaimer: both my parents were in my life. They both loved me. They both treated me, correctly as parents. They did what they were supposed to do. But if your parents weren't in your life, there's nothing wrong with that. For one, everybody's situation is unique. God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. So if your parents weren't in your life, and you still doing what you gotta do, I salute you. For one, but for two, you can't let that dictate your future though. Yes, it might make your story a little bit tougher, your path might be a little bit harder, but at the end of the day, this world is going to continue to revolve no matter what. You might feel like you're having the worst day in the world, but look outside your window, look out on the street, cars are still going by, all these people are still driving to work, doing whatever they gotta do. The world is not gonna stop just because you might be having a bad day, just because you might be dwelling on something in the past, just because you might be sad or depressed, if you want to say, like, the world ain't gonna stop for you. The world's gonna continue to go, and you have to understand that, and you have to realize, like, yo, nobody cares. It sounds harsh, but at the end of the day, nobody really cares about what you have going on, except the people around you, obviously. But the world is going to continue to revolve. People are going to continue to make money. People are going to continue to live their lives regardless of whatever you have going on. So why are you letting that? Yeah, that's a nice car. So why are you letting that affect you? Why are you letting things that are out of your control affect you? Control what you can control. Control your actions. Don't dwell on the past. All right, I can say, all right, you know, my car got into a crash yesterday. I don't have a car anymore. I'm so sad. What are you gonna do about it? It already happened. You can't make the car come back. What are you going to do to get it back? What are you going to do, to make the money to get the car back? Whatever the case may be. You can't dwell on something that's already happened. You can't let that dictate your future. You can't let that dictate your present. Because if you do, then you're already defeated. You're letting it defeat you. You don't want to do that. You get one life, and you spending it, dwelling on things that are out of your control is pointless. It's a waste. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody cares about whatever you're going through. If I'm trying to get to a certain place in life and I want to, let's say, for example, if I have a business proposal to some CEO of a company, he don't care about my he don't care about any type of hardship that I went through. Like, yeah, it might add to the story. It might, maybe make him feel compassionate for me. But at the end of the day, these people are sharks. This world is full of sharks. Especially once you get to that level. And I know a lot of y'all do want to get to that level. A lot of y'all do want to be, politicking with multi-7-figure people. You want to be politicking with people that are higher net worth, that can help you get to where you want to get to higher places in life. Those people do not care about, you scraped your leg and you hurt your knee or whatever the case may be. I know it's an example, but you know what I'm saying? You get the point. They don't care about any type of hardship you went through. They want to know what you have for them, what you have done to overcome that, how you've changed, how you can benefit them, how you can bring them value. And this is everything in life. Just because something might have happened to you, something you might be going through, don't let that dictate your future, yo. The past is the past. We cannot change the past. Like, it is impossible. You cannot go back and reverse time. What you can do is control your actions of today. Control your now. And understand what you're going to do. Map out a plan. Okay, I hit this setback. I had this roadblock. This just happened to me. How am I going to overcome it? How am I going to get past it now? Dwelling on something that just happened to you, it's good to reflect. Let me actually rephrase that. It's good to reflect on things that happen. It is good to think about it. It's good to learn from it, to grow. But if you're just going to dwell on it and just soak and let that affect your days, affect your moves, like, it's not going to benefit you in any way, because the world is going to continue to spin. Nobody cares. It's the sad truth. I'm sorry. Nobody cares about what you have going on. So you might as well get up, get off your knees, and go make change, make it happen. Do whatever you know you have to do. Don't dwell on it. It's not going to benefit you. And if you want to really get to somewhere in life, you can't just sit and sulk. You have to be mentally tough, mentally strong. Only the strong survive. That's a true quote, because if you're weak-minded, if you let things, that of your past affect you, it's going to continue to haunt you. It's going to be a dark cloud that follows you forever, and you're never going to overcome it. And you're going to continue to be a slave to whatever your past experience, your past trauma might have been. Now, yes, everybody is human. We have things that might bother us in the past, but if you let that continue to dictate and affect your future, you're not going to get nowhere in life. That's the truth. You're not going to get nowhere. If you continue to let past experiences, past traumas, things that are out of your control now, continue to dictate your future, your future will be nothing. Your future will continue to remain just bad. It won't elevate. You won't see any type of growth. You have to really understand that this world is going to continue to spin. I've had days to where, matter of fact, perfect example, the day where one of my worst trading days, I lost multiple thousands of dollars in one day. And that same exact day, I went for a run. I went outside, and I just looked at all these cars driving past. People laughing outside. People doing whatever they're doing. People going through their daily motions. And I really realized, like, yo, this world ain't gonna stop for me just because I'm sad, just because I might be upset that I lost this amount of money. The world ain't gonna stop. I can't expect nobody to feel bad for me. I am my own man at the end of the day. I need to make my own decisions. I need to, my life is a byproduct and a reaction to my actions. Whatever my future is, it is a reaction to the actions that I do today. So with that being said, that helped me snap out of it real quick. Like, because at the end of the day, yo, the world isn't going to stop for you. The world didn't stop for me just because I had a bad day that day. The world ain't stopped. People still outside having fun. People were still working out. People were still making money. People were still doing whatever they had to do. The world ain't going to stop. Another example, when I was at school, we had a shooter, an active shooter not too far from where I lived at. Literally, people lost their lives that day. People died. People were harmed. People were injured. So they shut school down for the rest of the day. The next day, I was outside. I was out for a run. Literally, the very next day, on the same campus that was an active shooter, the same campus that people lost their lives on, people was outside partying. They were outside at the bars drinking. They were partying. They were running. They were all outside continuing to live their lives, because in this life, the world's going to continue to revolve. Yeah, you might have a bad day. Something bad might happen to you, but the world's going to continue to spin. And time is our most valuable asset. So you don't want to waste it dwelling. You don't want to waste your time in a hole or in your own head about something. Like, it's good to reflect. It is okay to think about things that happen to you. But the moment that you let it dictate your present, dictate your future, dictate your decision making, that is where you fail. That's where you mess up at. And I think that we have to get better. We have to be strong mentally, because only the strong survive. If you're weak-minded, you're not going to get nowhere. Tough things happen to people every day. I always say tough times don't last, but tough people really do, and that is a fact. Tough times do not last. Tough people really do. But yeah, that's really all I had to say today. I wanted to talk about that. It's really, it goes hand in hand with trading, but it correlates with life as well. I want y'all to understand that everything with trading, every trading lesson that I might talk about, everything that I talk about, honestly, will have a correlation to life and trading. Everything. And so, yeah, with that being said, I just want y'all to really understand that you can apply this stuff to everything that you'll do. Business, trading, life, your job, your personal life, everything. All right, that girl just broke up with you. You gonna sit and cry about it? You're gonna boss up. You're gonna make so much yourself. Are you going to elevate? That is the only proper thing to do. Your boyfriend and girlfriend just left you. Cool. Can't control that. That's their decision to leave. Move on. Get over it. Can't control other people's decisions neither. But yeah, I'm just yapping now. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will catch y'all in the next one. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. I appreciate y'all. We are growing. I appreciate everybody that watches, that comments, that likes. I thank y'all so much. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace out.